Good morning. My name is Ruthie Simpson, and I am a partner at Crowe Soberman LLP, the auditors of the Ontario College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers, herein referred to as the College. I have been asked to provide an overview of the summary financial statements for the year ended December 31, 2025. The summary financial statements are part of the 2025 annual report and include the report of the independent auditors on the summary financial statements, the summary statement of financial position as at December 31, 2025, the summary statement of changes in net assets, and the summary statement of operations and the related notes for the year ended December 31, 2025. Comparative figures for the 2024 fiscal year are also included. The report of the independent auditors on the summary financial statements describes the responsibility of the college's management and the responsibility of the auditors in relation to the summary financial statements presented to you. The beginning of our audit report contains an unqualified opinion, wherein we state, in our opinion, the accompanying summary financial statements are a fair summary of the audited financial statements on the basis described in Note 2. The summary statement of financial position lists out the college's assets and liabilities as at December 31, 2025. Total assets at that point in time were approximately $23.1 million, an increase from the prior year. These consisted of cash of $7.5 million, investments of $13.1 million, equipment, leasehold improvements, computer software, and database implementation costs of $2.2 million, and prepaid expenses and sundry receivables of $201,000. Investments continue to be split between short-term and long-term holdings. Short-term investments include equities, foreign securities, mutual funds, guaranteed investment certificates, and bonds maturing in 2026. Long-term investments consist of bonds maturing between 2027 and 2032. As in prior years, maturities are staggered to ensure funds are available when needed. Database implementation costs continue to grow as the college advances its CRM system development and implementation. Prepaid expenses include advance payments for rent and software licensing fees. Total liabilities as at December 31, 2025 were approximately $12.3 million. This consisted of $9.6 million of deferred revenue and $2.7 million of accounts payable and accrued liabilities. Deferred revenue represents registration and application fees collected in 2025 for the 2026 registration year. This large balance is expected as registration fees for 2026 were due and payable by December 31, 2025. Accounts payable and accrued liabilities relate to services rendered in 2025 but not paid until 2026, as well as estimated costs to investigate, resolve complaints, and disciplinary matters. These estimates fluctuate based on the number and complexity of cases. Net assets as at December 31, 2025 were approximately $10.7 million, equal to the total assets minus the total liabilities. This consisted of $2.2 million invested in equipment, leasehold improvements, computer software, and database implementation costs, $8.5 million in unrestricted net assets, or surplus. This surplus is the amount available for the college to use in the future to cover annual operating expenses, replace equipment and technology, and fund future projects required to fulfill its mandate as a regulatory college. It is also important for the college to maintain sufficient funds to finance disciplinary hearings as they arise. The details of the two funds can be seen in the summary statement of changes in net assets. The summary statement of operations lists out the revenues and expenses for the 2025 calendar year. Revenues exceed expenses by approximately $1.97 million, an increase compared to the prior year's surplus of $1.51 million. This increase was mainly due to higher registration fee revenue, which rose to $12.7 million, reflecting membership growth. Application fees remain strong at $502,000. Council reviews the accumulated surplus balance each year. If they believe it is appropriate to reduce the accumulated surplus, they may budget for a deficit by adjusting registration fee rates and/or the timing of projects and related expenses. Expenses for 2025 totaled $12.1 million, an increase over 2024. Salaries and benefits remain the largest expense category at $6.1 million, representing approximately half of the total expenditures. The year-over-year decrease of roughly $340,000 relates to staffing changes and vacancies in key positions. Cloud computing services increased to $434,000, reflecting the continued use of the CRM and related cloud-based services. Amortization of the database implementation costs was $336,000, consistent with a full year of amortization of the CRM system. Legal is the second largest expense and increased significantly to $2.3 million. Legal includes two types of costs: regular operating legal fees and costs related to investigating and resolving complaints and disciplinary matters. These include court fees, mediation expenses, expert witnesses, and translation costs. Legal expenses can fluctuate based on the number, timing, and complexity of cases. In the current year, there was a larger amount of complex cases, resulting in an increase in the costs. Overall, individual expense amounts may vary year over year due to the timing of projects, staffing changes, and regulatory activity. For this reason, comparing expenses to the prior year is not always relevant. My commentary on the summary financial statements was at a very high level, and we will not go further into the details of individual line items. However, we would be happy to answer any questions you may have during the question period. Thank you.